At a time when there is not enough state money to provide core services, securing other revenue sources like federal dollars can be of great help. A relatively new nonprofit organization called Hunger Free Oklahoma is launching a new pilot program to help schools land money from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to reduce food costs and give children the energy to learn.
Oklahoma's food insecurity rate of 15.5% is significantly higher than the rest of the nation. That's according to the latest report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Oklahoma's hunger needs are exhibited in school districts across the state.
What we do know is that 66% of our students qualify for free and reduced lunch based on the USDA Child Nutrition Program.
Matt Holder is the Deputy Director of Finance and Federal Programs at the Oklahoma State Department of Education. He says one of SDE's priorities is to make sure no child is hungry at school because nutrition is a necessity for learning.
It's really difficult to expect a child to really be focused in math class whenever they're worried about where their next meal is going to come from.
Holder says SDE has launched a new partnership with Hunger Free Oklahoma, a nonprofit organization funded by the Ann and Henry Zarrow Foundation. Executive Director Chris Bernard says one project of the organization is aimed at bringing more federal dollars to schools to help bring universal feeding to all school sites with high food insecurity.
By our estimates, if we set reasonable standards for people who are in need and are eligible for these programs, participating in these programs, we'd be bringing in an additional $400 million a year in resources to our state.
Tahlequah Public Schools is one of 3 districts that Hunger Free Oklahoma is focusing on now. 75% of the student population is on a free or reduced breakfast or lunch program. At the high school, there is a food pantry, which is open to any Tahlequah students and their families. Angie Lewandowski is the district's homeless liaison and oversees the pantry. She says it breaks her heart to see what students are coping with.
The struggles that our students come to school with every day. We have a lot of resources, but we still are unable to meet the very difficult needs of our student populations. We're rural, we are high poverty, and those in and of themselves are huge barriers to education.
Superintendent of Tahlequah Public Schools, Lisa Presley, says Hunger Free Oklahoma will be helping them become eligible to implement the community eligibility provision provided by the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
And that program provides free meals to every student, regardless of their economic status. And it's a program for low economic areas like this one. But instead of asking our parents to fill out these free and reduced forms, if we qualified to be a CEP school or school district, then every student in the district would eat free.
But to become a CEP school district, more families need to sign up for SNAP benefits. Bernard says they have identified school districts like Tulsa Public Schools, where 85% of students are receiving free and reduced meals, yet their families don't receive SNAP benefits.
In theory, any kid who's free lunch is also eligible for SNAP because the income requirements are exactly the same. But the SNAP participation level in Tulsa Public Schools is well below that. I mean, you're talking 35–40% maybe.
The same is true in Tahlequah, where school personnel will be trained to help families apply for SNAP.
We know that there are some students or some families that qualify for free or reduced meals that probably qualify for SNAP, food stamps. And they're helping us with the resources and the training to reach out to those families and educate them and offer assistance to help them apply for SNAP.
Reasons families that could qualify for SNAP benefits but aren't receiving them are speculative.
One of those can just be the sheer embarrassment of a family not wanting to participate in some sort of government support. Many people in Oklahoma are very prideful people and don't want to have to lean on somebody.
Bernard says for some families, the process of applying is just too complicated.
there's no reason we should be making people in need go to 9 different places. The more you can identify where they are and bring those opportunities to them and say, if you are eligible and if you want this benefit, we'll walk you through right now.
Looking to the future, Hunger Free Oklahoma hopes to help Oklahoma schools expand summer feeding programs.
There's a federal program that can provide 2 meals a day in the summer. And Oklahoma is one of the worst performing states in the country at that. So that's about 6% of young people who take advantage of free lunch take advantage of the summer meals program.
Bernard says families should have no reluctance to participate in federally funded food programs because our tax dollars are paying for them, and right now Oklahoma needs all the financial help it can find.